The Aksumite Empire, one of the greatest civilizations of the ancient world, flourished in what is now Ethiopia and Eritrea from around 400 BCE to 940 CE. Situated at the crossroads of Africa, the Middle East, and the Indian Ocean trade routes, Aksum rose to prominence as a powerful kingdom that influenced commerce, culture, and religion across 3 continents. Aksum's origins trace back to local Cushitic-speaking peoples who settled in the Ethiopian highlands. By the 1st century CE, the kingdom had emerged as a dominant force, strategically positioned near the Red Sea, which allowed it to control trade between Africa, Arabia, and the Mediterranean. Merchants from Egypt, Rome, Persia, and India sought Aksum's gold, ivory, and incense, making the empire an economic powerhouse. Its influence extended beyond Africa, reaching as far as southern Arabia, where it exerted political and military control. At the heart of Aksum's capital stood grand structures, including towering stelae, massive stone obelisks built as royal tomb markers. The most famous, the Great Stela, originally stood over 33 meters high, symbolizing the empire's engineering prowess. Aksum also became one of the first African civilizations to mint its own currency, with gold, silver, and bronze coins inscribed in Greek, demonstrating its global connections. One of the defining moments in Aksumite history occurred in the 4th century CE under King Ezana. Raised under the influence of a Syrian Christian named Frumentius, Ezana converted to Christianity, making Aksum one of the world's first Christian kingdoms. This shift had lasting consequences, shaping Ethiopia's religious identity and laying the foundation for the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. The Aksumites developed the Ge'ez script, which remains the liturgical language of the Ethiopian Church today. However, Aksum's golden age did not last. By the 7th century, the rise of Islam reshaped global trade networks, diverting commerce away from the Red Sea. Arab merchants came to dominate these routes, cutting off Aksum's access to international markets. Environmental changes, including deforestation and soil depletion, further weakened its agricultural base, making it difficult for the empire to sustain its population. The story of Aksum is one of innovation, resilience, and connection. A lost African empire that once stood among the greatest civilizations of the ancient world. Its contributions to trade, religion, and culture remind us that Africa's past is rich with powerful kingdoms that shaped human history.